What's up, YouTube? I just want to stop by. I'm on my lunch break right now, but I want to stop by and drop a little thought I had with y'all about how the Republican Party is so, I don't know, backwards. Hypocritical is a better word. Right off the rip, raise your hand if you know anybody who has a felony. All right, now put them back down. Now raise your hand if you know how hard it is with a felony to get a good paying job. If you don't have a felony, raise your hand if you have a family member or a close friend that has a felony and struggles on a daily basis to make enough money to make ends meet. Now, I know this is the case because I don't have any felonies, and on a daily basis, I struggle to make ends meet. And I just find it odd that the Republican Party, now that Trump has been convicted of 34 felonies, all of a sudden it doesn't matter that a person has felonies. They're still viable to not only be hired, but be hired and elected to the top land of the office, the presidency, the U.S. presidency. If that ain't some bullshit and slap in the face of everybody who's ever caught a felony, went to prison and did their time, but when they came out, found out they had a hard time finding a job, a good paying job. Hell, let's keep it real. You can't even go to McDonald's and fill out a job application without answering the question, have you ever been convicted of a felony? So now, if you don't think it's hypocritical that all these Republicans are talking about, oh, it's okay for Donald Trump to run, even though he's a 34 count felon. But let's put it into even better perspective. So not only can you not go to McDonald's and fill out a job application without filling out the question, without answering the question, do you have any felonies? Try being on the register. See, what pisses me off is a lot of these people who are screaming it was unfair and Trump should still be able to run for presidency. Answer me this. How many people you think in prison talking about their trial was unfair? Damn near all of them, 98%. Nobody hearing that shit. And when they come out, how many of them you think have a hard time getting a job that'll keep them from going out and doing something that will cause them to catch another felony? See, a lot of these felons out here are repeat offenders. They came out, nobody would give them a chance, even though they paid their debt to society. They did a crime, they did their time, and come back out, and they still shunned and shitted on by society. Now, you want to play politics? Think about the fact that most of our congressional members are millionaires. If not, they own businesses in which they've refused to hire felons. And so now you got these fake ass goddamn Republicans screaming that it's unfair that Donald Trump was convicted by a jury of regular ass citizens. We don't even know if they Democrats, Republicans, Independents, or what, but he was convicted. And now all of a sudden it's okay for him to be a felon. He could still run for the president of the United States. I call bullshit. And each and every one of y'all need to look inside your souls and think about your family. And think about the millions of families that's starving, hungry, can't afford to put their kids in better schools, buy better homes, move into better communities because of a mistake, or maybe not a mistake. Just they did some shit. They caught them a felony. And now for the rest of their life, they have to pay for that. Every time they fill out a job application, they gotta pay for that. Anytime they get ready to look for an apartment or a home, they gotta answer that question. But yet and still, this man gets to run for the highest land in the office. I'm calling bullshit. Each and every one of you Trump supporters need to look inside your soul and ask yourself, is Trump any more important than your brother, your sister, your cousin, your mother, your father, your best friend that may have a felony and can't afford to put food on the table, pay rent, and still save enough money so one day they can stop being the poor ones and, move up a notch? America got to look at itself, look at what we value, because Trump told us who he was long before he ran for office. And he's continuing to be who he is. But we as Americans, if we believe in the system and we value the American way of life. Even though it don't work for all of us, we still have rules and regulations in place for a reason. So I'm asking each and every one of y'all, when you go to the ballot box, I'm not telling you who to vote for. I'm asking you to put it on real terms. Don't build this man up to be something he's not. He's not a God. He's not a prophet. He's no better than you or anybody that you know. He's a man. If I was to punch his ass in the face, he'd bleed like any other man. It's just my thoughts, man. This man has been convicted of 34 fucking felony counts. And these hypocrites in the Republican Party are still talking about running him for president. At some point, you need to face your morals and come to grips with them. And if changes need to be made, you need to make them. Because this country is a great country when it has everything working right. And for those of you who are wondering, no, I don't have any felonies. I've spent my time productively. I'm no better than anybody else. But a majority of people in this world, in America, have learned that, it is hard on felons. So we worked hard to keep our names clean and stay out of bullshit. Trust me, I did everything I could to earn a felony. Everything I could. But God was with me. He looked over me. And I walk in his grace. Y'all take it easy. Peace.